Hi everyone, this is LAR Games, and today I'm watching what I assume to be the very last episode of the hidden dungeon only I can enter. Uh, yeah, and I'm not sure how he's going to get past this one because from what I've seen, he's still not OP, even though he has like the easiest capability of being OP, yet he just doesn't take advantage of it most of the time, which is really frustrating. Usually these kinds of characters have OP abilities like this, figure out how to do it and, abuse the ability to become powerful easy. But he kind of just, does whatever at the moment. He doesn't really plan. He doesn't really think. Um, that said, I think there's kind of a good reason for it because, well, he's not a smart character. He's also not from a world like if I mean this is not an isekai, obviously. Um, he's not from our world, so we can't kind of like easily see the tropes and patterns that usually happen in these, where he sees like, oh, I'm OP, I have a broken ability, I'm going to take advantage of this. He's just like literally a regular guy in that world with the same amount of education that everyone else has in that world. He, you know, probably won't be able to become like that for probably many years. Uh, then again, he does have a teacher that he kind of doesn't take advantage of either. So going by that angle, he is still failing, I guess. Now that I think about it, but he has to fight the chains that are holding his teacher back, um, and apparently causing her great pain. Uh, I don't think that it's replicating her abilities, just her form, and it has its own abilities. But I don't remember exactly the details of it last week, so I feel it's gonna cover that again in this little like uh, recap. So yeah, let's just get started. You do need a big fight usually, so I can see why they decided to end it here. If I remember correctly, he attacks her, and then she's like, "Nope, I'm not worried about it." Yeah, there you go. And then he got slashed, and it's a very shallow cut for some reason. I assume she did it just to toy with him a little bit. Is that significant in some way? Why didn't you end it with that one slash then? Now what's gonna happen? I'm probably gonna continue reading this, and I don't think it's gonna get a second season. But the reason I'm going to continue it is because I'm hoping a good-looking heroine appears at some point. I need to see variety. I need to see it. So that's the person that the main character reminds her of. Seems she wasn't a big fan of changing clothing. Doesn't even wear shoes. I suppose she doesn't need to. Probably has skills like self clean or something, which she doesn't even ever need to worry about cleaning her feet. And she's probably tough enough to not be damaged by things on the floor. Oh, that's not a good time to be interrupted. You'd think that, oh god. You'd think that, really? You'd think that shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, that she'd see him coming with her skills before he surprised her. She probably has skills to stop him in his tracks as well. Maybe forget, but she's not using those. Well, I think for that to happen, she'd probably have to die first. And that clearly didn't happen. Yeah, the best one in the world would attack inside of a city. If you wanted to be successful, you wouldn't have said, "Here I go," as you're doing it, if you wanted a better chance. I always wonder about this. Also, between her toes, dang. Oh, really? Um, like she's, if you think about it, she's not even on the blade. She's just floating because putting any weight on the blade would have moved it. Is that what they look like? That's not the goblin that I know. Always go for the eyes. So I guess it's going to build up to her probably going to go save the main character. Because I feel like there'd be no other reason to show this now. Unless it was culminating in her doing something. She really does nothing with her power, does she? Oh, did he already die? Oh, okay, that was fast. Thought he would have lasted longer. This one, that's its strong point, the eyes. Well, it seems the goblin didn't do much. Maybe like cursed him to death or something. Or just stabbed him in the stomach. Understand her having guilt over that, considering she did know the person. But it didn't seem like it was that long. I have to say, they're like incredibly similar. I guess the main character's really lucky that this was the case. You would think, considering her incredibly long life, that she would have had way more significant experiences than that. I feel that backstory is kind of weak as for, regarding her reasoning. Oh, okay, I guess she's helping. Really have to pose like that? Battle of the big titties. I guess I could have said Battle of the Biddies. That would have been. Ah, all the biddies are here. Man, she'd look so good if she was flat. You know, I've been wondering why he never used or created a heal skill for himself. So these are all the heroines that we have so far, and they're all in need of a better design. So that's why I'm hoping there's more, but a unique one at some point. Like, look at that. Her design is good, except for that one aspect, which is clearly the worst of all of them. Did you guys practice that? Well, she's easier to fight than I thought. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Oh, she got zapped. Really? Okay, if you say so. She really doesn't know how to swing that sword. One of those, huh? How can she not see these incredibly like obvious attacks coming? That's a weak bridge then. They're just barrels. They don't even have anything in them. Guess they're playing Donkey Kong now. So I guess that works on everything. Also, considering that he's able to do that to objects, you have to wonder why. I guess she can't use her skill. I guess the chains prevent her from using the skill, so maybe that she's not able to do that. Oh, well, dang. I'm impressed that she's not charred. I didn't understand that part. Some sort of debuff or something? Out of all of these, the sister character is the best looking one, but even she could be smaller. So I wouldn't be surprised if like she grows gigantic like the rest of them at some point. This is such a slow-paced fight. No, it's gonna get slower then. Okay, so she can do the same thing as him. They all seem comfier than the receptionist. Lying on your back is a lot more comfortable than lying on your stomach. Well, it seems he has to start from scratch now. I wonder if there's anime original stuff. I don't know why it's funny to me every time he gets hit. This feels like that time Puri Puri prisoner got beat up. You like combos, don't you? Ah, she's using a spirit bomb now. Oh no, it turned into a dragon for some reason. Why did you make it a ball then? Now is he gonna pull something out of his butt, or is he gonna be saved? Hopefully, after this, he's more diligent in actually getting stronger. Oh, you can do that in fire. Okay, I see. Why is the sword on fire, but he isn't? It's a little disturbing. Okay, that looks terrible. That is the laziest drawn pile of ash I've ever seen. Well, that's easily solved. Ah, she knows what LPR as well, huh? We really need a flat character so bad. Look at all this unpleasantness. Well, if one of them was flat, that number would have been higher because it's better. Well, it seems she's free now. I really wonder if there's anime original because I don't think that the novel stops here. Though, I guess there's more you can do after. I wonder if she still has her abilities though, or if she just gave them to him completely. I'm impressed it didn't mess this moment up by like making boing sounds or something. Well, that was way easier to defeat than I thought it was going to be. So I don't. I guess maybe the idea is that someone has to break you out of it as opposed to you being able to break out yourself. Because considering how he managed to beat her, how slow and well, not very quick thinking compared to well, common sense. The chains were. I feel like she should have been. Oh, look at that girl. What was I gonna say? Um, yeah, she should have been able to beat it on her own if it was something like that. There was a redheaded girl there earlier. Oh no, don't remind. I had forgotten about that thing. No, never see it again, please. I want to see more of her. I want her to become a heroine. There was also another girl. I forgot what she looked like though. I think she was like where is she? Ah, there was like a redhead. She looks great, and I hope she joins. Yeah, you have a bunch of these, but you really don't have any flat characters that you really need. Yeah, you have an excess of this. Way too much. Well, even one is too much, but you know. I've grown to really hate this sound. Ah, the worst one of all comes out. She asserted her dominance there. You need the single hair strand going into the mouth if you're gonna show somebody being scary, of course. Slowly? Why are you doing this slowly? It's so easy to get like the ability to become OP with that ability, yet you want to take it slow. Why? I don't understand. It's so easy. If somebody just follows him here and just listens to him enter this place, they'll be able to enter as well. Also, to be honest, like the fact that only he can enter this dungeon has not really been too much of an advantage for him. Besides, being able to sell rare ingredients and materials. Like the dungeon itself doesn't really make him too much stronger from what I've seen. It's mostly been just his skills. The way he can get the strongest is to create skills and to modify them. And to be able to do that, he needs LP, and LP he gets by not being in the dungeon, just by living his like life. So the dungeon itself is completely irrelevant, besides the fact that he got this ability, from his master, which she was in the dungeon, but the dungeon itself isn't really the reason for it. So, well, okay, so this series, I would definitely put it as one of those. And I mean, obviously, I don't hate it because these kinds of shows are fun. But at the same time, I do think that a lot of the potential of the series, the main character getting stronger, good heroines, none of that is really done very well, uh, because there aren't really any great heroines in this so far. And I'm going to patiently wait for one to appear in the novel as I read along it now. And I'm definitely going to continue it now because I very much doubt there's going to get a second season. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it, even though it was just mostly nitpicking and laughing at it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.